Go back to Saturday. I'm sure you watched the tapes. Just how good do you assess that performance to be?
Yeah, it was obviously it was really good. I thought we were good in the first half, to be honest. They had that one chance from Bloomfield, which was a good save from Sam. But other than that, we were pretty much in control the whole of the first half. Just felt like maybe we didn't quite have that cutting edge in the final third, or the intensity that we wanted for the whole of that half. But we really, when we scored early in the second half, it opened the game up, and then really we went for it. So yeah, I think overall it was just an excellent performance.
I noticed in his post-match comments, the former Notts boss Harry Kewell said he thought your team played wonderfully. How much do you take when opposition managers, pay such good compliments?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I think we knew it was a good performance. We certainly haven't been carried away by it, but just obviously it's good to have the respect to the opposition when you play like that. And I saw Harry's comments afterwards, and I think he gave us plenty of credit. So I was grateful for that, and that he appreciated the quality with which we played with.
You say you've got to keep your feet on the ground, but I wonder if do you feel there's been an extra buzz, I guess, the journey home and how people have been this week? It wasn't just a win, it was a convincing win, so there must be a real spring in everyone's step.
Yeah, there is, but I think we've been back to work hard on the training ground, and we're just focused. We know it's a really tough weekend coming up with two good teams, so it's not one where we get ahead of ourselves by any mean. But obviously, when you have a good win and a good performance, it certainly makes coming into work a little bit easier, and the lads are full of enthusiasm for the upcoming weekend.
Let's touch on Saturday, first of all, and Torquay. I know you've had fans in the ground already for the different variations of games, but to have a league game at home with a louder capacity crowd, as many as possible, that must make that extra special.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the crowd in the playoff games against Chesterfield was outstanding, and the game before against Weymouth, but now we kind of the doors are open, and we can fill up, so hopefully the performance is giving that energy as well for people to come down, and I'm sure the fans will be getting behind us. It's the opening game of the season at Meadow Lane, and everybody will be, I'm sure, hungry to get in and enjoy themselves, so we really look forward to playing that game.
How much difference can those fans make? As you said, in the games last season when you allowed fans in, the noise was there, but it was by no means full. With big crowds allowed, I just wonder how much you will be able to benefit from a vociferous backing.
Yeah, I said it before, there's kind of like, when we were going through the COVID period with no fans, there was times where it was 0-0, and you'd maybe get that bit of energy from the crowd and that push, but they kind of petered out, and then the game goes a little bit stale, almost like a pre-season game. So that was hard sometimes to manage that. But I felt like, the moments where we've had the crowd back, you kind of feel them getting behind you, and it does change the dynamic on the pitch. So I think it's going to be a huge benefit for us.
You won't thank me for reminding you with this one, but it was Torquay who knocked you out of the playoffs last season. Is there anything there, do you think, that you kind of want to put down an early marker to kind of, I don't know, get one back of them? I know it's very different, but is there anything there for you, any extra meaning, or am I just talking rubbish?
For me, no. It's just, it's a new season, and I'm ready to go. It doesn't matter who we play against. We prepare the game to try and win, and whether that's Torquay or Wrexham on Monday night, we'll do our best to try and win the game. For me, it doesn't matter who we play. I have the same mindset. So, just happy to attack the games, really.
That's a very good manager answer, and I know you can't speak for your players, but do you think they might see it slightly differently, or probably see it the same as you?
Maybe. I mean, you have certain games that you remember the following year, and but yeah, there can be that element that goes into it, and it wasn't that long ago. But at the same time, I guess they've got a lot of new players, and we've got a lot of new players, so there is that a shift of that dynamic anyway.
Just move on to Wrexham on Monday. Everyone is obviously talking about them. They're the talk of the non-league with their new owners. They might be there on Monday, apparently. Is that a sort of sideshow that you have to try and move people's minds away from, or would it not even be mentioned in build-up?
I've not a massive amount of interest if their owners are there or not. But one thing I will say is I really don't think it's a bad thing for the league. I think that it's really gaining the league more exposure to have a team that's backed by Hollywood owners, and try to see the positives, that maybe more fans in the crowd, higher profile on the game, probably more people watching on TV, bring a bigger profile to it. And it's we want to go there and show that we're ready to compete. We know that they've invested huge sums of money this year, so we want to show that we're also ready to compete, even if they're gonna kind of throw the money at it.
Yeah, you mentioned about the huge sums of money. Are they the team to beat then? I mean, we talked before that Notts County were one of the teams to beat because you'd come down from the Football League and everyone had you in their sights. Are they now making themselves the one that, maybe with a target on their back?
I think when you of course sign high profile players for big money, then you put more pressure on yourself to be up there. But I don't think it's far from a guarantee that you're going to be there. I think you're still going to have to work with training, tactics, environment, coaching, all of those things will add up, and that will make the difference. So they have of course great backing, but great backing alone doesn't necessarily guarantee success. It will be a lot of different factors for any team that goes up. So we focus on the factors that we think are important, and then we go there and we'll look to compete. Obviously it's really tight between the two games with just 1 day break in between, so I would suspect that there is rotation. Certainly there'll be rotation from us, and I'm sure there'll be rotation from Wrexham as well, and we'll be able to see kind of the depth of the squads as well over the two games.
I just wonder, I mean, would you thrive in that situation? At Notts County, you've got owners who want to stay in the background, and it sounds like they're perfect, and they never seek publicity. It's very different there, but do you think you would enjoy that kind of razzmatazz and atmosphere around that club, or do you prefer it the way it seems that you have at the moment with your owners?
Yeah, I enjoy it here in Notts County with our owners. They're very, very good, very supportive, very strategic, and yeah, they have a clear plan of which I'm really enjoying being a part of. So I'm extremely happy where I am, and I'll leave the razzmatazz for the others.